Hi guys, it's True here. Welcome to this week's Tuber's High Score Challenge. This week's choice was Nova Bugs, and he picked Kung Fu Master, which is a classic arcade beat 'em up. In fact, it's heralded to be the first ever arcade beat 'em up, to be honest with you. Now, I've never been any good at this game. I posted a link to a video I did very early on my channel when I started it about 6 months ago. I did a gameplay of this, and I've always sucked at this game, never been able to play it very well at all, and in fact up until that video I never actually got off the first level. I always struggled with the controls in it. I could never nail the ducks and the jumps of these knife throwers that you see on the screen at the moment. They always did my head in, but then I thought, I'll tell you what, let's not play it on a pad, let's try it on my PC. So I downloaded MAME and had a go with the keyboard, and I can do it with the keyboard because you can't actually miss your button presses, can you? You can't actually hit diagonals or anything such as that because the key does a certain function. So yeah, I found it a lot easier, but the downside to that was the wriggling of the enemies off you was an awful lot harder to do. So if I get grabbed by enemies, I usually lose a big chunk of health, or they kill me outright. So this was really the furthest I've ever got really before. But I'm glad Nova Bug actually picked this game because I've always appreciated it's a classic, like I said before, but I never really liked it that much. But now that I'm actually able to get into it and learn it a bit better and actually play it with the keyboard, I actually quite enjoyed it. The bosses are definitely the hardest aspect of it. I mean, this boomerang guy, he always caught me out. What happens here? You know what I mean? Fucking bad news that was. I mean, it's as bad as these two boomerangs coming back. It spawned a knife thrower as well, chucked a knife at me. So I wasn't getting out of that basically. So I had to do this level again, and completely screwed up there. I hate this bit. The bits where the left to right levels, the levels 2 and 4, are the worst levels in the game. The ones with the standard men are not too bad, but these levels, Jesus, it's so random in the nature. I mean, you can just walking along and the pot just drops on your head, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do at all. And the butterflies, or whatever the hell they are, on level 4, Jesus, that level's horrendous, and especially the boss. There's Boomerang guy again. I expected him to throw his second one there, but he didn't. That's why I jumped, but managed to get him that time. He didn't catch me out with his bloody boomerang this time. On a level 3, where we fight Sloth from the Goonies at the end. When a guy who goes, "Hey you guys," it's the baby Ruth that Chunk befriends in Fratelli's dungeon, or cellar, or whatever bloody hell it is. But yeah, I always thought it looked like Sloth. This level's pretty much the same as the first level, just that you've got the midgets. And there's an example of when I get grabbed. It's just a nightmare on the keyboard, but I'd rather have that than not being able to duck or jump very well. I mean, this particularly wasn't a very good run, to be honest with you. I have actually got to the 4th level before without actually losing a life. So this was an horrendous run because I'd actually only had 1 life left there, and I was actually contemplating just ending this run at this point and just having another go, but I'm really glad I continued. But yeah, grab me again. I've never understood the Kung Fu Chop enemies. That's what they're actually called, the guys in the blue and pink, or blue and purple. They raise their arm to Kung Fu Chop you, but they never actually do. They just grab hold of you and form a bloody conga on you. I've never understood that as well. I mean, the first one grabbing you, fair enough, he can get bear hug you and hurt you, but the others grabbing on, they don't add any benefit. They don't add any extra force. There he is, Sloth. Easy flying kick, is so slow, and then just punch, and dead. And here's the bloody nightmare level. With 1 life left, I didn't expect this to last very long, but I surprised myself. So bloody random, this level. So random at all. I mean, that first butterfly, or whatever it is, it can start off very, you have to kick it can start off high and you have to duck, and it can even start off low when you have to jump over it, and that low hole's a pain in the arse. Real pain in the arse that is. But onto the guys again. Very short level this actually in respect of respect to the other levels, which would make sense really, because I think it's meant to be like a pagoda kind, not a pagoda thing, but you know the W builds that go right up. And I was lucky that this guy backed off to the steps, and that's his fatal move really. You back him off to the steps, he can't do a damn thing, and you can just low punch him to death. And low punches are actually the only thing that are effective against him. Now this was the furthest I'd got. I'd never been on 4-5. I practiced 4-5 via level select, and it's pretty much the same as the 4s 1 and 3, but they're a bit faster, and the knife throwers seem to turn up in higher frequency. So I was actually just chuffed that I got to this level really, and I didn't last very long on it. I completely ballsed up. But I was more than happy with my score at that point. I mean, they grabbed me here, and that's pretty much me knackered here now. Yeah, game over there. So that's 118,180. Like I say, more than happy with that, because I would have been happy with about 30,000 at the start of the week. So yeah, more than pleased with that result, and like I say, great choice of game, and I've finally actually been able to play this and actually get half decent at it anyway. Anyway guys, thanks for watching.